Today we're going to talk to some absolute legends in the Concours de Le Mans world. Keith Diezik, John Zomer, and David Lang. They've built a C3 Corvette, but not your average C3 Corvette. It has a 1959 Triumph T3 engine swap in it. Now they built this car for next to nothing and had a ball with it on a Lemons rally. Be sure to watch to the end, where they talk about a Charger that has a really interesting engine swap. Let's check it out. So with us today, we have some of the most amazing people you're ever going to want to meet in the Lemons world. Why don't you all introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Keith Diezik.
I'm Dave Lang.
I'm John Zomer.
Now, you're sitting in front of what looks like an amazing project, but this isn't your only project to enter into the Lemons world. Specifically, we're talking about your C3 Corvette. Now, tell us a little bit about this. Now, and this isn't your first attempt at anything in Lemons. David, I know you're a multiple Concours de Le Mans award winner. You've participated in rallies. Are you all dumb enough to have raced the 24 Hours of Lemons as well?
Not yet. I mean, can't afford that yet.
No,
okay.
we can't afford
that's
to go
probably
racing.
best. Yeah, that's probably best. But so tell us about a quick rundown of your history in the Lemons world. What kind of cars have you brought, and what kind of accolades have you won?
Well, it all started with, we ran the 2019 Retreat from Moscow in my 1988 Yugo GVX. That was an absolute blast. And then, of course, we got hooked right in because we had an amazing time. Then after that, we did, what was the second one? Oh, we did the TC by Maserati. Yep, with full failures with my 1990 TC by Maserati with no top during a nor'easter. That was a great time. Then we did the Jaguar.
Well, we attempted to leave in a Kia with the roof cut off, made into the Boulder Mobile from the wacky races. And 3 days before the rally, the motor blew up. So we ended up having to take my 78 Triumph Spitfire and burn through how many gallons of oil doing it?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. Okay. But none of this was weird enough for you. You've taken it to just a whole nother level. Describe to everybody the C3 Corvette that you all have.
The C3 Corvette is a 76 Chevy Corvette that was a frame-off restoration project by a gentleman named...
his name was Ryan, and I actually met the guy. Through crazy circumstances, I picked the car up 3 hours from me, and the guy that did the whole frame-off lives only about 15, 20 minutes away.
Now, that was many, many decades ago, so this car was sitting as a bare shell, with no front or rear bumpers on it and no interior. And it was for sale for, I think it was
listed for $1,500, and then we talked him down to $1,200 because he kept whatever engine he had for it.
Yeah. John just said, because John is the one that dared us to do it, and he was like, Dave, I'll go halvesies with you on a Corvette if we put a Triumph engine in it. And I was just like, well, I'm stupid enough to do this. All right, challenge accepted. So he found that one, and we loved it because it had the flames on it. And we're like, all right, this is the one. Okay, well, we don't want the stupid blown apart 350 small block that's junk anyway. So I guess I'm getting a Corvette tomorrow.
Oh, wow. So a Triumph engine. Where did you source this Triumph engine from, and what made you think that was a good idea?
So I'm actually president of the Detroit Triumph Sports Car Club. Keith here is an officer in our club. And I get it all the time. Somebody's like, hey, I'm getting out of the business. Or in this case, the guy had died. And his wife was like, hey, look, we got all these parts here. Just you and your buddy, there's two of my buddies came and were like, just clean the stuff out, give me what you think is worth for it, and just take stuff, basically.
That's the usual disposition of Triumphs, is someone dies and the family's like, oh, we want nothing to do with any of this.
Yep, exactly. So the cars were sold and there was just parts left over, and there was this engine and transmission that were left, and I casually mentioned to John, I got this engine and transmission, I don't know what to do with it. And he just goes, put it in a Corvette. And I was like, okay.
As one does. So did it drop right in and bolt right up?
No.
Yeah.
No, there was about this much of the floor that had to be cut out, basically all the way back to about the middle of your thigh. to fit the taller transmission, because the transmission on the TR3 has a big, long shifter extension. So the whole center console, which, you know, cut through the interior footage, I had to build out of flat steel and round tube, and then loosely cover it in carpet, and cut up the original shifter bezel for the Corvette to clearance it to fit the shifter through it, and used a T-towel as the shifter boot.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So the interesting thing we found out was, okay, naturally you got the 4-cylinder displacement versus the V8. Of course it's going to fit, but because the V8 was short, it was just wide, but short. Of course that drops right in. Well, the oil pan on the Triumph motor extended further forward than the one on the V8 would have. So I actually got within like a 1/4 inch of it hitting the steering rack at maximum lock. It was a power steering car, and I had to cut the power steering piston off, and then it barely cleared, but it did. Any longer, and that motor would not have fit.
Okay, so it's running great, of course, because Triumphs do, right? And
great.
Yeah. So now what is 70s? What year was it again?
76.
So a 76 Corvette has what, like 170 raging horsepower in the smog-choked version. How much horsepower does the Triumph motor put out?
Allegedly about 100.
So yeah, half the power, probably about the same amount of weight. Probably
Well, yeah, you can say that, but it's like I said, okay, so the interior's gutted, the 5-mile-an-hour impact stuff is gone. There's some weight savings there, and then we did use the Triumph manual transmission, which has got to be about 1/3 of the weight of the automatic. So, you know, applying the Lotus philosophy of just simplify and add lightness, we picked up some power.
It's not a slow car.
Oh, really?
It actually, I mean, surprisingly enough, just shocking, it has about the same acceleration profile and driving characteristics as my TR3.
Yeah, I sold.
No one knows why.
Yeah,
I just bought a 77 Corvette with a 350 in automatic, and honestly, yeah, the 350 is torqueier, but in straight out speed, it wouldn't be that far off.
So you've got this car, you've got it all put together. I'm sure the interior is just immaculate. It's you know, it might as well be a Bloomington gold interior on this car.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you do with it?
Well, first thing we did is we're like, well, we want to have it be a Lemons rally car first and foremost, because we're like,
why we built it.
Yeah, we built it because why would you want to do Lemons like the easy and boring way by just taking a K car or something else so equally horrible? You got to just go full custom. So that's what we did first and foremost. And then second most is, as you well know, Alan, certain owners groups don't have a sense of humor. So
not at all.
We're really looking forward to taking it to some more shows.
So I was going to say, I was going to say, with that, you can simultaneously piss off two owners groups, the Triumph group and the Corvette group, because I'm sure the Corvette group is, just, very welcoming to engine swaps.
Oh, we got some good hate mail from it already. Yeah, there was some really entertaining stuff, you can imagine. And
well done, yeah.
As far as the Triumph group goes, most of the Triumph people they think it's great. We go to our club meetings and we have story time and we tell stories about that, and everybody's just at the point of tears from laughing so hard. So there's not a lot of Triumph people I found that hate it yet.
So how did it do on the rally is the big question.
Well, okay, we got to preface this with, you'll see the build photos when you go look through them. We were in this garage, and over a weekend, we kind of rebuilt it with just free parts and not a lot of precision. I don't think one precision tool made an entrance, did it? Aside from the torque wrench, maybe?
No, it didn't.
The torque wrench is the only precision tool that was used. So you get a free engine, and you put it together with free parts. Naturally, the thing's going to run fantastic.
It fought us the whole way, and I drove it to work once, and I live 7 miles from work, and that was the testing we put on it before we left for the rally. We broke down twice. I live right by Detroit Metro Airport, and it started in Detroit. So we had maybe a 20-mile drive. It broke down twice on the way to the rally, and then broke down in the parking lot in front of everybody as we're trying to park.
Yeah,
so,
perfect.
Yeah, we made it through about half of day one before we conclusively figured out that the head gasket was blown on cylinder number 1. So we did the sensible thing and just went and got another car. No, we didn't. We just tell them what you did.
So we were airlocking the block. The cylinder head was just forcing air into the cooling system, and we were having to bleed the cooling system every like 15, 20 miles. So what we did was we went to Walmart, got a 7-gallon water jug, strapped it to the roof, ran a hose down onto the radiator cap. We took the rubber out of the radiator cap, and it was actually one of those safety ones. So we safetied it open, so it was running completely unpressurized. So you'd be driving along, you'd be watching the temp gauge go up. It would go to about 210, then you'd hear it going blah, 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 and it would come back down to about 180. And then you'd be fine for about 15, 20 minutes.
So did it
3 days that way?
Did it make it?
It made it. It made it to the end. The last 50 miles are the hardest 50 miles I've ever driven in my life. By the end of the rally, it was following out the spark plug in that cylinder so bad that we had to keep swapping them around. And at one point, we did have to go to a couple different auto parts stores, and that was fun. Dave trying to explain. Yeah, so it's actually a Corvette, but we need spark plugs for a 59 Triumph.
Yeah, I need spark plugs for my car out there. Yeah, so that's a 59 Triumph TR3. I'm going to need the plugs for. You know, Keith's sitting there with the hood up going through that, and the guy's just doing like I'm like, just 59 TR3. I go, whatever. It doesn't have to be the right spark plug. Just give me a spark plug. I don't care. Like,
let's see. 59 TR3. Is that the 2-door or the 4-door? that have air conditioning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And yeah, it was the point where about every 20 miles we would have to take that plug out, like wire brush it, put it in another cylinder to clean, and keep going back and forth. And it got really mad when it was like 95 out. Like, so we rolled in to switch cars on 3 cylinders.
So did you take any honors in the rally?
Yep, we got 3rd.
Okay, perfect.
We got 3rd, and we probably could have got 1st, except we had to. The last checkpoint was what, an hour north, and then an hour back, and it was like, okay, if we have to go change the spark plug every 20 minutes, and we're airlocking the block with it 95 out, like every 45, we're not going to make it. So we're like, yeah.
Better to finish at all rather than
not finish. Yeah.
Well, I think 3rd is probably all you deserve. So I mean, that's
probably
that's best. so now, having been triumphantly 3rd in that car, now I see something behind you here that just doesn't look right. Other than your 3rd member back there, something in the car that doesn't look right.
Well, rule of 3s here. I'd like to point out we've been 3rd 3 times in a row. We've done, we did 3rd in the Jaguar, the 78 Triumph Spitfire. They did 3rd in the K cars, the Super Turds. And then we did 3rd in the Corvette. So hopefully this is our 01 winner here.
Yeah, now, it's got 01 written on the side of it. So it's a winner already.
So now described, I can tell a little bit of what it is, but I don't have the full details. Tell me what you have behind you there.
Yep, so I got this. This is my 1968 Dodge Charger, just like, all the movies and everything. No, it's generally is a 69. But this is a 95 Jaguar XJ6 4-liter dual overhead cam straight 6. And it just fits in here. And not if you actually want to be able to steer the car.
It was meant to be. I mean, obviously,
yeah. It almost sits in the factory mounts. It is really very, very close for the motor mounts just plopping right in there.
Wow. Yeah. So only a little bit of grinding is involved. Yeah.
Well, it's actually going to take a new tubular K member because, like I said, if the engine is right here, the stock steering doesn't work. But if you buy the fancy rack and pinion for it, this car was never supposed to be my Lemons car. I've had this for over a decade, and it's got to be perfect. Has stopped me from doing anything on it because it's got to be perfect. And I worked on all my ship boxes because they're more fun. So we threw it's got to be perfect out the window, and now it has a goal. So we're throwing the Jaguar motor in here. We're going to tick off as many purist Mopar guys, which Mopar people are worse than Corvette people. So I'm looking forward to the hate mail on this.
Yeah, well,
and we're going to
hopefully you achieve the Alante Club owners club level of hate. That's a high bar, but I think you might be able to do it with a Charger with a Jaguar motor in it.
Yeah, I think so. It's the most quintessential muscle car of all time, and we just put a British engine in it in a community where people have like Mopar in their Facebook name.
Yep.
Lots of people are like Mopar Bob.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yep. And why a Jag motor? Why Jag motor is I was driving. I bought this 95 XJ6 almost a year ago now, and I live in a very rural area. So I was on my way to work, and there was a cow in the road. Like I just come over, crest this hill, and there's a dairy cow, or it was a meat cow, whatever it was, just on the side of the road. I ended up sideswiping it because it tried to run out in front of me, basically. And so the Jag was done, and I was just jokingly like, "Hey Keith, we should take this Jag drive line and put in your Charger. You're not doing anything with that." And he took me seriously.
Again, here we go again.
Yeah. Well, so what's the plan with the Challenger? What's its goal? Are you you're going to rally it as well?
Yeah, Charger.
Charger,
Yes, the plan is to rally it. But this one isn't going to be nearly as hacked together as the Corvette is. I
suspect it will be.
Well, we haven't mentioned the fact the Corvette is a wooden clutch pedal. Yeah. It's literally a piece of 2x4 that the clutch master cylinder had to just be bolted onto the floor. So there was no room to put any kind of mechanical leverage on it. So it's really hard to push down. This is getting new parts, and it's going to have a actual Charger interior, and it's going to look nice until you open the hood and everybody's mad.
Lumber is a highly underrated structural automotive component. I always say. So I mean, I applaud you for doing it. Yeah. And look how good their cars are. Yeah. I look forward to this. That sounds like an amazing project. What are the challenges you've run into so far with the Jaguar in the Mopar?
Well, the biggest thing is that the steering wants to be right where the oil pan is. And the fact this engine is physically much longer than even a 440.
Okay.
So the radiator should be behind this support, and it's going to have to go in front of it. Other than that, it fits. It actually fits like quite comfortably side to side. And if you account for the radiator being up here, it's actually not bad forward to back. It's a bigger engine bay than what was on the Jaguar. And I looked it up. This car is several hundred pounds lighter than the Jaguar this engine came out of.
Okay. So it should handle and then go pretty well. Yeah, that should be awesome.
It should.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing that. Huh? Go ahead.
I plan on leaving this engine in here. When this is all done and works out, this isn't a temporary, this will be funny. Whereas with the Corvette, our plan is to just keep swapping more ridiculous engines into it as time goes on.
Yeah, we are down for Isuzu Marine Diesel.
I think that's the ultimate goal. Yeah, Isuzu Marine Diesel is probably the penultimate destination for that car. But before
if anybody watching has one, you can email us at dtscphotos@gmail.com.
Yeah,
we will come pick it up.
I think we might be able to find some ridiculous motor swaps for you. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, I think maybe a Harley Evo motor would be good in it. That's keep it American.
Wow.
That'd be nice.
That'd be all of the God bless.
Yes, exactly. Well, I wish you good luck with the Jaguar swap. We look forward to seeing that at a Lemons Rally or a Lemons show very soon.
We should be there this next year. So that's my goal. We're going to try to do Rust Belt Ramble in 2024 with it.
Outstanding,
and it's guys. It's a bare shell right now.
I appreciate the lunacy. Keep it up. Keep up the bad work. I mean, that's what we love to see. All right, guys, take it easy. Have fun.
Thank you, Alan.
All right.
Thanks.